the over-leveraged long positions all the way down. That is my worst case scenario to like $61,800. I would start taking a position when we start to break here above $2,500. Bitcoin is trying to hold the $63,000 level, and now finally some altcoins start to wake up, and that's why we're gonna take here some major trades over the next couple hours and couple of days, and you don't want to miss out on that. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here once again. I appreciate, by the way, every single one of you watching here every single day. Let's jump directly into the Bitcoin CME chart. Friday, we closed on the Bitcoin CME chart above the $63,000 level, which is really bullish. We went all the way up to $63,670 on the CME chart and closed at $63,245. Now, the current price action is at $62,820. So that would give us roughly a $400, $440 gap that we most likely either immediately fill once we're opening CME or shortly afterwards. But I have to warn you guys, I believe that we will go from there a little bit lower before we see Bitcoin continue to go higher. And I'm going to show you in a second why that is. When we're going here to the daily chart, also here you see Bitcoin is trying to reclaim the $62,950 yellow dotted line. For now, we got slightly rejected from there, but the day is not over yet, so we could still come up and reclaim that, close above that, and try to attack the mid-range of $64,000, $65,000. But like I said, I show you in a second why I believe we have a problem with doing that immediately, and rather first come back down here to like $61,800 and gain the momentum that we need to push here higher. But regardless, even if we go down there, it's not the end of the world, guys. It's not the end of the world, and I believe some altcoins will still go up at the same time. And also these altcoins I'm going to show you. So here, when we have a closer look on the 12-hourly chart, you get now a better understanding why a move higher first might be a little bit problematic. And that's just one of the indications. And that is, again, that VPVR cluster acting as resistance above current price action, and also the neckline of that W pattern that we had identified a couple of days back, plus that the stochastic RSI is about to print a sell signal. The RSI is already here curbing to the downside. Only the MACD is still bullish. And this all comes from the simple fact that we are running here into resistance, losing a little bit of steam to break here into higher levels. When we go into the 4-hourly chart with the MDX algo scalp gradient, here you could argue here would be still some momentum left to push all the way up into that supply resistance of $64,000 in that supply zone here in purple. But again, that's also resistance why we struggle, a reason why we struggle to break higher. On the gradients itself, we are just in the pinkish reddish phase, so we did not even start the hot phase yet. Based on that, you would normally assume, okay, we should still get a hot phase to run higher here, but what I believe is going to happen, look at this section here. So we had here a purplish phase, went back into blue, then again purplish, then brighter purplish, then up again, and only then we got continuation. So we were consolidating a little bit before we got the move. And I think something similar is going to happen here right now. So we're gonna consolidate a little bit between 62,000 and 63,000 before we get that proper move here through that big supply zone. Something else I actually just saw here is that here is also an imbalance in that 4-hourly candle from $61,200 to $62,000. We don't have to fill that, but I also want to point out that a move down here to that green uptrend band could be also, and definitely in the cards here, and again, that's around the $62,000 level currently sitting here. Also, if you want to trade with me together, don't forget we still are trading here the World Series of Traders. I still post trades in the Telegram group absolutely for free, guys. You only need to join, the link in the description below. Join the squad, guys. We are right now 89 people there. Let's get to over 100 and let's show them who has here actually the best P&L in that squad showdown. Let's try to make some money together, guys, and get a chunk of the prize pool. The rankings are flipping up and down like crazy. I saw some friends of mine being in the top 20, then again 100, 200 something. We were 80, then we were like 200, then 100, then 60, then 300. It's absolutely insane, guys. So, but I want that we can establish to be in the top 10, top 20 to get a chunk of the prize money. So if you have a Bybit account, then go to my squad, join the squad with the link in the description and the pinned comment below. And here again, a nice trick how you can leverage more capital. Take $100, deposit them on Bybit to claim a free $500 airdrop position. So you don't need to trade with all your own money on any of these coins, guys. Any of these coins, and there's a link under the World Series of Traders for the airdrop position, also in the pinned comment below and in the comment section, pinned comment and description. That's what I wanted to say. So now here on the 4-hourly chart with the liquidation levels, I give you another reason right now, or you potentially go first a little bit lower, and that is that we have your over-leveraged long positions all the way down to $61,000 here. But again, that is my worst case scenario, that we go all the way down to 61, bounce from here, continue to the upside. I can tell you a lot of people will start to panic if this is going to happen, because we break them below the 200 moving average on the 4-hourly chart and below the 50 moving average and the EMA ribbon, while we just started to flip here bullish again. To the upside, again, $64,000 is the ceiling in my opinion. Even if we get a move a little bit higher, that's where it's going to stop. You also see this on the liquidation heat map. Over the last 48 hours, here $63,500, $600. There is some liquidity concentrated, but like I said, I believe that from there we would get a rejection. And the same goes if we go all the way down to like $61,500. That might be also where we stop and bounce back to the upside, because here's also the highest concentration on the long side currently sitting. When we're going then into altcoins, there's some altcoins going absolutely bananas today. Look here at Mina over the last 15 minutes, up 8% almost. If I go here to the 4-hourly chart, it's a little bit. So let me see here. 4-hourly chart, see Uni up 13.4%. Ladies again 15%. Mina 9% was higher earlier. I think here on a lower time frame was. Let's see. Let's try to find it again. Here Mina over the last hour 16%. So SKL 10%, Joey 18%. Then here Alice 10%. So many coins over the last hour go absolutely crazy. So, and you could have caught most of them with the help of this free indicator on TradingView, guys. So the only thing, let me show you how you actually do that. You go to the 50 minutes chart, and when you see a coin on the 50 minutes chart jump out of this mix up of different percentages here. For example, right now, Joey is here on the way up. AV is on the way up, so when AV goes over 2% in the last 50 minutes, that might be something where I might be interested. Joey, the same, where I want to take a long position, because the chances are high that we continue to go higher from there. So, but you want to also look here on the 1-hourly chart if these two coins have not already done like 10, 20%. So for example, Joey did already 18%. I will not get into this anymore. And what was the other one that I just said? Was Joey and Aave. Yeah. So here Aave also 7.5%. Also not really something that I would look at. But when you start looking at this at the beginning of the day, when the daily, the new daily candle just started, there you can catch a lot of good coins. Or when you go to the daily, and most of the coins were flat over the day. Look here, Avi, over the last 24 hours, 50%. This is crazy. Look at these gains here, guys. This is insane. So, and we are going to talk about some of these coins here in a little bit. Then the Bitcoin dominance is dropping here slightly, and see this a really small move to the downside for the dominance, and you see the reaction right now on altcoins. That's why we need to start get into some altcoin positions here, and one of them will actually surprise you. The USDT dominance at the same time is bouncing a little bit to the upside, not really concerning for us because we got here our reversal pattern with some follow through. So here by tomorrow, I expect some more follow through, at least to like 5.45% or something like this. And yeah, let's just hope that we finally break here all the way down to the bottom of that support level and break through this to get continuation. But things are looking actually really, really good for that. If you want to trade altcoins, guys, most of my altcoins over the next couple of days are going to happen on ZoomX. Again, you stand a chance to win twice per week, $500, a total of $1,000 that I give every week here away. Unfortunately, the last guy was too late, so he messaged me today. That was like 48 hours, 24 hours, guys. You have 24 hours if you win. That is the time window, you know. Otherwise, you lose. Sorry, that are the rules. So, and if you don't win, you still get up to $45,000 in bonuses just for signing up here on ZoomX. So, and because the other guy lost basically his opportunity, I give away today 2 times $500. We have here from 20. What number did win the last time? Oh no, I put this number already in, I remember. So from 20 to 49 is what we have here. Random numbers. So 22 was the last time that won. Okay, so now we have 43. 43 here. 43, 318177839. If you are the account owner of this, send an email to info@amcrypto.us. My team will then forward it to ZoomX, and you will get the $500 credited into your ZoomX account. But send me a screenshot that this account belongs to you. You will have 24 hours, guys. 24 hours. Otherwise, the money goes to somebody else. And then the next one, 46. 46 is here. 329793482. You are the other winner of the $500. So there you go. $1,000 are going to these 2 accounts, each $500. Congratulations. And yeah, send me an email to info@amcrypto.us so that my team can forward that to ZoomX to get your accounts credited. If it takes a couple of days, guys, don't message us again. Trust me, we get the email, we forward it to them. They're going to handle it. Just give us a couple of days. I actually annoyed them about this, that they should speed up the process. But you will get it. You will get it. Let's talk about Ethereum. Ethereum is trying to break here into the EMA ribbon. I would start taking a position when we start to break here above $2,500, or we get rejected, come back to like 2,400 there. I would be also interested. So now some of you guys might ask me, why would I take a position at $2,500 when we obviously have that resistance area here and the downward sloping line also coming as resistance, because we are above the middle band of the EMA ribbon. And usually when we reclaim that with a daily close, that is an indication of continuation to the upside. So at least into $2,600, $2,700 in my opinion. And I rather be a little bit early in that Ethereum position than missing out on a potential impulse move here to the upside and missing like 10% or something. Then Solana, remember what I told you guys the other day? I said here $142 would be a good level to enter. Now you see why, because we are up 4% since I called it, and we are still going higher for Solana. Solana will not stop until like $152 in my opinion, maybe even all the way up to $157 before you see here any kind of reversal. And we are also at the neckline. We're just breaking above the neckline of that bigger W pattern here, which has a target all the way up here at like around $160. So there is the approximate target of that we might reach as early as Friday in the upcoming week, because the indicators are extremely bullish. The RSI is going up, MACD about to print a buy signal today, stochastic pointing to the upside. So here still everything super, super bullish. I hope a lot of you guys are in since all the way down here when we called it, but we also called it down here, up here. So you had many opportunities. Right now, would I enter this? No, only if we break this downward sloping trend line, there would be another entry, but then it's also a different setup that we are looking at. Here's actually good. So that would be then your setup for that trade, approximately. So 17% to the upside, 3.66% to the downside. But I would take profit here at 157, 165, and then 177, just to be sure, because at any given point, we need to look at the indicators where it could potentially turn around and bite you and basically stop you out at your entry again. So if you're here in this first trade setup, your stop loss should be at your entry currently, just to make sure that if anything happens, you at least don't lose any money. Rune got rejected here from the $5 mark, which is absolutely fine. Remember, I warned you about this, that we most likely get here one more rejection when we come up here, come back to the EMA ribbon or to the 50 moving average. And that's exactly what's happening right now. So if you miss the original entry down here, you might get another chance close to it. I would say at $4.80, yeah, we would potentially come back to like $4.80, $4.87. That is still a good entry, because overall, I still believe that we are breaking to the upside, because also here we are forming a W pattern. A really nice one, actually. And here also the technical target is around the $5.83 mark. The only thing that's concerning a little bit is that the stochastic is about to print a sell signal, but let me tell you guys, that is because we are running here into resistance. The only thing I want to see here is on the 4-hourly chart that we turn around, and that might take another 12 hours to do so. So, and you see here, the 200 is coming up on the 4-hourly chart. So, and that is what I would use as an entry indication currently. So if we come down to the 200, enter immediately, no hesitation. If we're not reaching the 200 and you see a bounce happening with a candle like this, so and you have here this wick, and you see that wick forming, let's say price goes down like this, then comes up a little bit again and starts forming like the candle here, but then it starts eating eating up a little bit to go higher and higher. So once I see this first indication here of that wick, that's where I would enter this around the 200 moving average. So imagine we come down and you see it kind of like this here. I will immediately enter. So if not, then you wait that price comes to you at these two other levels that I just spoke about. Also, guys, if you go to BTCC, you unlock up to $10,000 in welcome rewards, another platform that I'm working with. Check it out with the link in the description. Also really good exchange. You will see a lot more of them in the future, and also a lot of trades happening there. So go and check them out in the link in the description and in the pin comment below, guys. So then Telegram, as expected, moving to the upside. We caught it here at $5.11 once again. We are up 3% currently on this trade. The 50 moving average is giving us here resistance on the daily chart. But once we're breaking above this, the 200 is then the next imminent target, even though we have here some big supply zones, one at the current price action and one just above us. So they will definitely give us a tough time to break through this. But you see here we are eating already into the current one, which has a top at $5.40 in alignment with the 50 moving average. So once we break it above this, we will start eating into the next one. And if we manage to break through this one here, then expect TON to go really quick back to the $7 mark. One of the altcoins that is performing like crazy is actually Uni, as you had seen earlier. Would I enter this currently? No. Also here I would wait. You have two ways to do that. So either you wait for the 200 moving average to be broken to enter here with a daily close. You want that daily close. Or you wait that we are coming back down here into this area of $7.62 and $7.26. Somewhere in between here to enter this, because of this big impulsive candle where we have again an imbalance. So here's the imbalance. So that's why from $7.38 to $7.73. And I believe it will go a little bit lower. It can come down all the way down to like $7.26. But anywhere within that box should be fine, guys, should be fine. Just be careful here with stochastic also printing a sell signal, MACD losing momentum, RSI going slightly to the downside, but we are consolidating below the 200 moving average in a supply zone, which is giving us resistance. There are still $26 million worth of sell orders in that area. So I'm not surprised that the indicator is reacting like that. But when we go to the 4-hourly chart, and then you see here, we have almost bottomed out, and the RSI is also turning around slightly again. So I would not be surprised if we get continuation here over the next coming hours on Uniswap. Then Render. Render is here at the secondary trade, really close to our entry. Here I also believe we will come down a little bit more. So you will get that entry at $5.35, $5.30-ish. If you're not already in that trade position here, in that first one. If you're in the first one, you're fine. You don't need to do anything besides having a stop loss at your entry level at $5.05. And otherwise, you get here a second chance to enter this trade, because I believe also Render the next week will see a nice pump here to the upside in direction of $6. Then the next one is Phantom. Phantom got rejected here from the golden ratio on the Fibonacci extension levels. Not a big surprise, but here on the daily chart is so much more momentum to go to the upside. Look here at the 200, how this is coming up here. Here golden cross is more or less imminent in the next 10 days. Potentially a little bit faster, and I expect Phantom to trade at that time close to the 80-cent level, somewhere in between there. So again, if you're not in Phantom, you want to wait that we claim the golden ratio here at 72 cents. I would not enter it beforehand unless we would come back to the original entry of like 64 cents, but I don't see it right now because we are about to print a buy signal on the MACD. Stochastic is shooting to the upside. Only the RSI is a little bit pointing to the downside, because also here we are at a resistance level currently that we need to break. Once this starts to break, expect that we go higher. Also here in the 4-hourly chart, you see here momentum on a stochastic has to come down a little bit before we get the continuation. Worst case, we come back to the 50 moving average on the 4-hourly chart before we get that move to the upside. But I give it 48 hours, then we're above that. Guys, if you need more money to trade, guys, then go to Tapbet. There's also a link in the description and pin comment below. Tapbet is still giving you $100 if you deposit $100. So you have then $200 to trade with, or you just use the $100 that you get for free. And withdraw the $100 that you deposited, then you have $100 free to trade with. Take advantage of that, because I don't know how long they keep doing that. There is a link in the description and pin comment below for that. And now we speak really quick about the last two altcoins here. One of them is Koti. Currently at our entry level, the daily setup looks good. Selling momentum is fading away from the MACD. Stochastic pointed to the upside. Only RSI is going sideways, but again, also here we are sitting at a resistance level. That's why I said only enter once we are breaking above that with the trade setup into the 13-cent level. But if we manage to close above here 10 cents 0.11 today, I would enter this. But better would be 10 cents 0.15. So that would be the better entry. So kind of like here. But regardless, this is looking good, and I believe that we're also starting to move here as early as tomorrow. Then SNX, same situation. We form here a W pattern alignment with a golden cross that is happening right now, and the 200 moving average giving us resistance. Once we break above $1.52, also expect this to send here to the upside, because the technical target of this W pattern, so if I extend a line like this, is $1.75 approximately. On the daily chart, let's see how the daily chart is looking. Here also more momentum still left to go higher. Only the 12 hours is not looking as good as, but we're above the 50 moving average. As long as we are staying above that, we should get that move above $1.52, $1.53. Also here in the next 48 hours with the 4-hourly on the stochastic coming down here already. Stochastic pointing, RSI pointing back to the upside. And also potentially continuation on the MACD, unless we flip here bearish in the next 1.5 hours, which I don't believe going to happen, because we just got here fake out with a death cross, and now we are already rolling over again to get a golden cross. And when you see something like this happening, usually that is then the proper cross where we get a massive impulse moves to the upside. That's also the reason why I'm still holding on to this trade. And that's it for today's episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make it quick. It was a bit longer than expected, but don't forget, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you with more money tomorrow.